Hi guys, good evening. Hope you're having a great evening. And I'm Gautami. I would welcome you all. I welcome Pawan, Sai Pawan, Sharat Lal, and Kingsley for the meeting. This is International Business Strategy Group discussion. Uh, Sai Pawan, can you go ahead with your presentation?
Thank you, Gautami. Dear professor and my dear companions and my group mates, I wish a generally excellent evening to every one of you. Myself, Sai Pawan, and above all of you, what I have mentioned is about offering my chance and gain proficiency with the course. International business strategy in the way how I present. Here it goes on. I chosen the company, it is named as Nintendo, and I am here to give now the introduction of the company. The introduction which I have chosen for the achievement of this coursework is Nintendo, and I am repeating it because it is based global organization in Kyoto, which is the probably greatest city in Japan, celebrated of its global openness, economy, and whatnot, its culture and long-term, it goes on, and connectivity and intelligent computer games, which presently have the greatest market around the world. Now coming to the policy, for many years, it's been very interesting game means let's think of it. What made it so brilliant and which make it satisfied and what are the diversified international company have take over the public sentiments very carefully. Nintendo games do not feature nudity, sexuality and profanity or domestic violence or drugs, political messages such as Greek pantheon. In 1994, a pan-European game information of 2003, Nintendo discontinued its censorship policies in favor. How the Nintendo market raised. This plays the key role because many people don't know about this. I have researched and let me give the clear clarity of the superpower, what Nintendo entertainment system and portable power for the Game Boy. It is a dream for the many people to have this and enjoy it. Nintendo has supplied different marketing strategies for its international business. For example, in the marketing of its video game products and whatnot, play anywhere, anytime with anyone in Europe. This key anthem played initiated many people to enjoy it. Also, the company has used different logos for its eastern and western markets. The United States, the Europe, they used a track shape logo with red colored wordmark, colored background. Nintendo Switch in 2017. Nintendo International Business, there are some R&D facilities in United States, Europe, and China that are focused developing software and hardware technologies in Nintendo products. Let me detail give the clarity of some international distributors of Nintendo. These people are not silly or not even above down level. These are brilliant and which organized very well. Sweden-based Bergasala, China-based Tencent, Israel-based for gaming, Thor gaming. To tell you what not, and I want to also give you the pestle analysis, which will be helpful for the clear-cut clarity. For it may be different in 4 types. I can shortly tell you. It goes like political, economical, and social, and technology and environmental. To tell you, and it also, and one more thing to add, legal practices and technology. Newer trends like VR, AI, ML, facial recognition, command, Nintendo depending their aligned approaches frame R&D with newer technologies. To tell you the social multiple countries with the specific acts like approaches newer technologies. And I want to also inform you that many people do not know the certain clarity of the normal thing. Any doubts by my clarity and anything do you want to know extra about the company and the strategy details?
Yeah, Sai Pavan, can you tell the strategy plan?
Yeah, I can tell you the strategy plan. Sarath Lal, it's a very good question. I
Yeah,
hope
man.
you have listen the key points what I have mentioned in it. To tell you, the diversified their R&D development work to the other countries, especially Western countries like USA and France, to improve their innovation. They have also opened plants in China, partnered with Tencent, which you obviously know, I guess. Like similar properties of similar businesses, which goes on with the strategy, and Canada is also the part of their major strategy growth. And any more questions, guys?
No.
Tell me.
Yeah, the pestle analysis. Can you be a bit clear about it? You're not done with it, right?
Yeah, you want the clarity of pestle analysis.
Yeah,
Fine.
can you be a bit clear?
Pestle analysis of Nintendo goes with the political, economical, social, legal, and technological. Which point you want me to have the clarity, guys? Gautami, which point you want to have the clarity?
Um, on
Legal,
environmental.
like you want to know about legal or environmental?
Environmental, please.
Environmental. To be fine with you, Nintendo has good environmental, especially because of its recycling policy and contribution to green energy. Do you know Nintendo is possessing green energy contribution? It's very rare of video games which are doing this. And also, it is very poor and stands at the bottom, which make the consumption of environment. It is very good environmental part. It contributes to the environment. Nintendo plays a key role along with social and economical. It doesn't affect any part of environment. Any question, guys?
Can you explain you mentioned the social factor, right?
Can you repeat, Kinsley?
Your pestle analysis, you mentioned social factor, right? Social
Pestle analysis. You want to know about political of it? Political point?
Yeah, I thought you mentioned social factor as well.
You want the social factor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it affect the
Yeah, I will definitely give you, because it also comes under thank you, Kinsley, for sharing your opinion.
Okay.
Nintendo operates in multiple countries. To make this a note, it operates in multiple countries. Become important to maintain good social image. So far, they have followed good approach by avoiding pornographic, sexism, drugs, racism, slurs, which has created positive image for the company. Is that fine, Kinsley?
All right, that's clear enough.
Okay. So it's done.
Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Any
explanation
question,
is clear,
guys?
and yeah, it's good. You're very clear
Thank
on
you.
your topic.
My next.
Yeah. Please
Thank
go
you,
ahead.
and I support Nintendo. Yeah, I want to introduce the next person to carry on the.
Yeah, hi. Thank you, Saipan, for your well research.
Thank you,
Hi.
Sharatlal. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. In this lecture, I'm going to discuss about the Safaricom, that's really based in Kenya. It's a mobile network operator located in Safaricom House in Nairobi, in Kenya. The company is the largest telecommunication network provider in Kenya and has been the most profitable company in the entire East and Central Africa. The overall control of the company has the telecom communication market in Kenya, accounting of 64.5%, conceived in the selection of the company for the given assessment coursework. And now I'm going to tell about the pestle analysis. Political, the company uses M-Pesa that allows Kenya regulatory bodies to keep track of the company development. M-Pesa reaches to the regulation allowing the usage of UK's Financial Conduct Authority and the payment card industry developing a client protection environment which makes the company obtains political affirmations. However, There is a rising concern over radiation that arises from the mobile telephone, creating a political agenda to pressurize the company. When we discuss about the economical, despite the irregular income rate in the country, middle income families in Kenya supported the development of the company and became its most subscribers. However, the company's presence in the country is charted by the uncertainties in the inflation rate of the company's economy with regards to the 2018's market value. Socially, the presence of increasing demand for communication through the internet and other mobile services increased the demand for Safaricom against the population, thus increasing the overall potential of the company to develop further and expand effectively in the other regions as well. In technological wise, there has been an increasing requirement and demand for the development of wireless and mobile communication processes, leading to the requirement of running the company operations. The real-time and on-demand communication process present globally has been increasing the demand for the company's telecommunication services and improving it eventually. Next, we are talking about the environmental. African climate is not prone to natural disaster, but the EU countries and Asian countries which have African strategic alliances are prone. Hence, the company has indulged in the prospect of developing a CSR initiative to the West, electrical and electronic equipment resale to manage the waste produced effectively. Legally, the legal aspects refers to the regulations and policies applied by the company as per Kenya's regulatory instructions. The company has been effectively following the Communication Commission of Kenya based on telecommunication governance policies to increase its organizational values. The threats and the opportunities. The economic certainties pose a major threat to the company's revenue generation abilities. The lack of stability in the economy where the company is operating leads to reduction of the overall salary and is being paid to the employees, which impose negative brand impression for the Kenya-based operations. The company faces competition from other companies such as Airtel, Orange, and SIU, as they are operating with variation in the service offered by competitively low prices being charged for the service. These are the main threats for the Safaricom in Kenya. And the opportunities, the pest analysis further organized that the current market share has been established by Safaricom in East and Central Africa, would be allowing the company to expand its further regions. The rising competition imposes the requirement for developing a new pricing strategy that will be allowing the subscribers to different locations to avail their services effectively. Analysis firm's internal environment. This major strength of the company is that the company holds a strong base in Kenya, which will be effective in holding partnerships with major companies present in Kenya and include high development of the company infrastructure and technological advancement. The existence of company for a longer duration has increased the scope of managing stronger roots in Kenya market with strong knowledge of the local cultures and identified. The weakness, the major issues mentioned in the company internal environment slows customer satisfaction as well as employee satisfaction. The company is still unable to address the customer service with proficiency due to high queue and the customer service network. The employees are dissatisfied with the improper imbalance maintained in the overall salary and that is being paid in different locations of the company operations. Then we are going to talk about strategic options. Safari's current strategic option is based on holding an understanding of the customer base of the company using the full spectrum of population present in Kenya. This prospect is based on developing and offering services and products indicating the presence of both B2B and B2C process of service development. The company's consumers business unit and the enterprise unit will have been effective in developing collaboration with larger clients operating in the medical service sectors as well as community welfare service sectors. The strategic implementation. In order to ensure that the company's African is being able to address productive change in company's strategic direction and bring major instance of growth rate. There is a requirement of maintaining short, medium, and long-term growth rate in the organization. These short, medium, and long-term growth rates in the organization are being collective analysis of the company change management perspective. And that's I have research. You got any questions?
Uh, can you please recommend some strategies on the
Yeah,
company? Yeah.
I have read that as short term and medium term and long term. So I'll go on with the short term strategy recommendations. The company should introduce a new price range in the services by conducting effective market research, which will productive in developing instance on the overall marketing strategies applied. The company further needs to create successful identification and the trends that are appearing in the telecommunication network and needs to implement it to bring competitive advantage in the organization. And the medium term recommendation is that in order to hold medium term changes, it is to be recommended that the company establish clear grounds on the ways in which different types of activities can be taken into account by the company to address the community service as well as expand its operations to other regions of Africa. It must bring in the prospect of increasing its service offering through technological integration and allowing the management and development of stronger IT infrastructure. And long-term recommendation is that for the management for long-term goals, it is important for a company to establish a major focus on implementation of change management framework in the company. This will help in addressing the process of continuous change implementation of structure of the organization. That's all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gautami, for asking the question.
Yeah, that's a good brief and very detailed presentation. Uh, does anyone have questions for him?
Kingsley.
Yeah, you said we have a recommendation, the long, I mean the short term, medium term, and long
Long term,
term
yeah.
recommendation. I didn't quite get the explanation for the long, I mean for the short term and medium term. Can you please go through that again?
Short term?
The short term and medium term.
Yeah, okay. In the short term, it means that the company should look after the pricings.
The what?
The company pricing.
Okay, the
call rate.
pricing. Okay.
Yeah. Because there is a huge competition running in the Kenya with the Airtel, SRU, and Orange.
Okay.
So the short-term recommendation is that the company should look after this value and the price range with the other customers.
Okay.
In the medium term, it says the company should establish clear grounds on the ways in which different types of activities can be taken accounted by the company to address the community service and the operations of the regions of Africa.
I am not quite clear your accent. Can you come again, please? I want to
in
get
the
that
medium
part.
term, the company should go on with the local areas like in the middle part of the Africa. I mean, inner regions, yeah.
Okay, you mean they should consider the other part of Africans. They should establish. They should spread among Africans as against
spread all around Africa.
Okay.
They should target the inner villages, like the town, urban areas, everywhere.
Okay. Can you now throw more light on the long term?
Long term is that management long-term goals. It's important for the company to establish a major focus on implementation of change management framework in the company.
Okay.
This will help in addressing the process of continuous change implementation structure of the organization.
Okay, so why they are doing why they are expanding in the medium term, they should also take out time to also expand their operation and their managerial activities.
Yeah,
that's what the long term is. All right, that's clear.
Yeah, thank you, Kingsley.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to hand over to Kingsley.
Oh, I'm the next.
Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. My name is Kingsley, as you all know, and I'm talking about that my topic is Etisalat. Etisalat is a major brand and is widely recognized, and Etisalat is a telecommunication company in UAE, that's United Arab Emirates. That's where they found the company. Etisalat is like I said, is a telecommunication company, a business organization in UAE, and it can be engaged in different strategy management for the company development of growth and performance. The company has engaged in target strategy and achievement of goals in many manners. Okay, to go further, I have to look at the PESTEL analysis. I want to be clear that you guys understand the introduction before going further. Like I said, it's a telecommunication company in UAE, that's United Arab Emirates. But also it has various products in many countries like Nigeria, countries like South Africa, and some other countries. But it's funded in UAE. So is that clear enough for the introduction?
Yeah, that's well.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
now
clear.
I'm going to look at the PESTEL analysis. The PESTEL analysis, I'm going to start with the political factor. Like all businesses, political factor also affect Etisalat. The government can also oppose the brand. The government can oppose to the government. The business operation of Etisalat can be opposed by the government's rules and regulation. That's the political factors. Thereafter, I'm looking at the economic factor. The economic factor for many companies like Etisalat, especially in the global economy crisis, the economic factor includes the rate of exchange for international trading, customer buying power, rate of inflation of any specific region. That's the economic factor. So when you are talking about the brand, you also look at the economic factor. Also, we can look at the social factor. The social factor is very important in the business of Etisalat. The company has to provide the surety of the society standard, where the engaging of high standard of living of the society. The company service are suitable to the people of the society, which is making available of the service at a significant level. That's a social factor. Also, we have the technological factor, and also we have the environmental factor. So the legal factor, law and rules are followed by the company. That's the company has to follow the laid down rules and regulation in order to operate in any particular country. Okay, now we are looking at the critical analysis of the company. They have threats. They have threats, and they also have opportunities of the company. Now I want to start with the threats. There are several threats found for the company like Etisalat, and these threats are the external environment, emerging new telecommunication companies. Some of the threats that affect this company or that can affect this Etisalat is emerging of new telecommunication company. You know, when you have several new telecommunication companies, it has a long way, because some of them can just come and bring their price down and to affect the brand Etisalat. They also have existing companies. The existing companies, these are companies that can be competitive, in the sense that their price level, they can decide to bring their price to a particular level. If yours is high, thereafter the society or the people will want to move to the lower price. So that can affect the brand as well. Looking at the opportunities of the company are external factors. These have affected the company in many ways. The increasing offer of customers are great opportunity. Etisalat as a brand, Etisalat as a brand has increasing numbers of customers. And when your customers tend to increase over time, that's the great opportunity for the company. But when your customers tend to reduce over time, that can make the company fold up. And Etisalat as a brand, from research, I've noticed that the customers are increasing over time. So that's an opportunity for them to thrive in the society. Then we also have We also have options and strategy. That's innovation. What are the innovations they need to look at in order for the company to thrive better? The options are numerous for developing the type of strategy for the company like Etisalat. The strategy may include innovations. Innovation is bringing new products. The existing product, you can rebrand and make it better. So all this can also affect the company. By the time you bring new and better product that will affect the customer, that can increase your sales as well and help you to compete. Then looking at the relationship, if you create a good relationship between you and your customer, that can also be a strategy. If you have a good relationship with your customer, for instance, you have customer care that call your customers regularly, try to wish them happy birthday, try to, when they have occasions, you get to send them messages and all that. That can be a very strong strategy as well. I don't know if you are getting me. Am I being clear or am I lost?
No.
Okay.
No.
We are able to understand.
Okay, we also have strategy for international operation. Like I said, the Salad is not just a local brand, it's an international brand. So there are strategies to operate when you are dealing with international brand. There are several strategies for the international operation of the company in Etisalat. The company has to focus on the international market, demand, and culture of the business for a better understanding of the international market. When you are looking at the international market, you have to focus on the culture. For instance, I'm taking Etisalat to another country. I have to look at the culture of that country in order for me to penetrate that country very well. So how do we implement this strategy? The implementation of the strategy is very important, and the strategy have to be implemented in a very proper style. The strategy have to be structured. It has to be well planned. That is what it's trying to tell you here. The key recommendation. The recommendation, like I said, can be a short term, can be long term, and can be a medium term. Looking at the long term recommendation, let me start from the short term key recommendation. The Etisalat as a brand has to look at the short-term recommendation. I have to focus on the price because you have upcoming or new brands. You have to focus on the price of. You have to look at the price of other brand to image your own price. Otherwise, if your price is too high, it will affect the product itself and it will affect the customer. Then looking at the medium term, Etisalat has to increase their international business. It has to try and spread the business across more parts of Africa and the world. Then also the long-term, Etisalat as a brand has to be able to structure the business. The more the business is expanding internationally, you have to be able to structure the the management of the business. What I'm trying to say here is that Etisalat have to be able to create more management to be able to, why as you are diversifying, your management should be increasing because of the culture of different countries. So that's what I have to say here. At this point, I have to end. If you have any question, you can ask me and I will try to answer. Thank you.
That was very precise and brief. Yeah, it's very briefing. Nice. I like that. The presentation is very nice.
Oh, okay.
Does anyone have any questions? Because it's very clear to me. I don't have any questions to put on here. Yeah, if anyone
He
has,
has
please
done
go ahead.
good research on the topic. Yeah. Thank you, Kingsley.
Pawan,
Thank
do
you
you
very
have any
much.
questions?
So if there's no question, I have to end the presentation and move to the next person.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Kingsley. I would like to continue with my presentation. I present Tata Group here. Tata Group is a global enterprise which is founded in 1868 and headquartered in India. Its mission is to improve the quality of life of the communities globally through long-term stakeholder value creation based on leadership with trust. So Tata Sons is a principal investment holding company and a promoter of Tata companies. So 66% of the equity share capital of Tata Sons is held by philanthropic trusts which support education, health, livelihood generation, and art and culture. Um, Tata Group is widely spread through many sectors. It's into 29 sectors, but it's mostly like into Tata Motors is the main thing. So I hope you got a point on what Tata is actually. So it operates in automobiles especially, but it is not stick to only automobile, but it's widely spread through 29 different public listed sectors of Tata's. Yeah. And as you all know, globalization is the key factor to the international marketing and strategies. So there are many international strategy factors such as culture, hierarchy, leadership, structures, taxation laws, environmental laws, and many other things which affect the business. Uh, so the technology and innovation plays a major role. I think this is a driving factor for an organization to stand still in a market. This culture, hierarchy, leadership, and all these factors which is influencing the company uh, will play a major role in all the aspects. In order to get into those details, I would like to explain the pestle analysis for the same. So pestle goes as the standard way of analyzing macro environment factors, as you all know. So I would like to proceed with analysis. So the political analysis is once a company is an international market, it has to follow each and every rule and the norms which is set by the company. So if a, sorry, the country. So if a company is expanding into some other country, it has to follow each and every norms that is set by the particular country. So in there's an example where Singur controversy of Tata has been a big issue. So Singur controversy is explained as there is a land which is being owned by Tata's group, but all of a sudden the change in the government has resulted in not building their expected company in a particular uh, land, and it got a court case filed. Just give me a minute. Yeah. The controversy had resulted in major loss of the company. And 2008, Tata had an agreement with UK Ford as well, which resulted in following all the norms to the other country as well. So this is how the political issues has affected the particular company. And when coming to the economical factor, for explaining this better, the Brexit Act is the best thing. Uh, when, as you all know, Brexit is being recently uh, done, and because of this Brexit, there's of course this affects each and every company which is acting globally. But how Tata affected is there's a raw material, the raw material which has been uh, used in their company has been transport it should be get transported from Europe and many other countries to India, as it is headquartered in India and there's a manufacture plant in India as well. So usually before Brexit, it used to pay only one tax, but when it comes to after Brexit, it has to pay many taxes, like in UK, Europe, and all stuff to get the stuff to India. So this economical factor has affected the company. And when coming to technological, Tata owns its Tata Technological Limited. There's an own technological company of Tata's, which shows it into technology. And there's a car called Nano, which is the cheapest car on the planet, which is designed by Tata, and which shows how technology plays a role in the particular company. And when coming to the social thing, uh, um, it plays a major role in demographic characters where uh, where the stakeholders plays a major role in the social thing. As Tata is very trusted in their domestic country, stakeholders are like family to the company, and stakeholders has most belief and trust in this particular company, and that is how it has been most brand valued in the domestic country. And when coming to the legal norms, uh, one company has to follow each and every legal norm set by each and every country when it is expanding into country. So WLTP, which is worldwide terminology, uh, yeah, light vehicle test. This test has been passed by Tata in each and every aspect. This test is being done in Europe countries to make sure the engine is working good and all. So this test has been passed by Tata in all aspects. That's how all the legal issues is being followed by Tata, and uh, yeah, taken care of legal issues. And then when coming to the SWOT analysis, uh, I would like to go ahead with strengths. The strengths of this particular company is it is having a diversified portfolio. It has diversified products. It has different or varied vehicles that help maintaining in profitability and sales. It is also having a stabilized earning. Tata earns a stable profits as they acquire new companies and have good management policies. The recognized brand is well known in the home country. So the domestic country, as already said, India, it is a uh, it's a good brand in India, and it's accumulate a total value of country's economy as well. And when coming to the weakness, it is indifferent to change. Most automobile industry companies are very competitive and flexible to change, but whereas Tata is having rigid and a still old model base, which is one of the weakness of this particular company. And a narrow domestic market, it is not into much of a market when compared to the other competitors of this particular company. uh, and when coming to the opportunities it is having globally positioning. The country has strong marketing policies, facilitating creativity in promotion and marketing. So this is having a this gives good opportunity for this company to expand globally. And also the acquisitions and mergers, it has been merged with, as you all know, Tata has been merged with Ford and Land Rover. uh, all these acquisitions and mergings help Tata to get into the international market well and sustain in the particular market. Uh, Increasing purchasing power. The purchasing power in the home country is very high for this Tata, but they couldn't do it in international wide because of this particular competition in Europe countries especially. So when coming to the threats, the competition is the biggest threat, as I already told. The automobile industry is highly competitive globally, but few companies from Europe is more efficient when compared to the Tatas. And Tata has a great thing called as nano car, which is cheap and economical in their particular country. But when it is coming to the Europe countries, it doesn't work out here. So that is how it is taken care of from the company end, uh, like looking for the target audience and the demand in particular country, and uh, going ahead with demanded things and designing the products and all stuff. And when it comes to the stakeholder strategy, as I already told, the stakeholder strategy is being well applied by Tata's, because in the home country, Tata's is a very trusted company, and stakeholders are very happy to invest much more into Tata's, because they are very, very well known, good brand, and also trusted thing. Uh, Tata's has the challenge to maintain its global competition and market relevance both in the short and long term using informed strategies. So, innovation is the main driving factor, as I already told. It is into innovation and also uh, technology. Environmental factor, I must on it. I would like to tell it now on the pestle thing. So, when it comes to environmental, the company has already designing this electrical vehicles. As you all know, electrical vehicles is like non-pollutant and is good for environment, and it is also into that manufacturing thing. and that shows how it is into environmental and taking care of environment. And when it comes to recommendations, key recommendation, I would like to go with short term recommendations, as it should ensure mass customization, that is improvements in the small commercial vehicle segment which are in high demand. It will help their revenue and profitability as well. And when it is coming to medium range strategies, improving brand reputation, and the company has to ensure and engage well with the customers and offer quality services and products to improve reputation. Its reputation will help the company to go global. So as it is good in its home country, uh, they can much more be into the globally by using this. Yeah, I would like to go with long term strategies. I recommend the company to stick to technology and innovation. It's a long term that will help them remain relevant in the market and on the top of the game. It will help the company to develop world class products of the for the market as well. And there's one more suggestion for this company, that is, it can be socially good, like in on social media marketing and customer engagement, as it is an old company. It's like 150 year, more than 150 years old company. It can be into social media and it can spread its brand value globally, which is the easiest thing now, as socializing is a is has become a trend now. So that will be a good suggestion from my end to the company for improving the brand value. And yeah, I'm done with my research and work. If you have any questions, please go ahead. I hope I'm clear on this pestle and SWOT analysis and the recommendations as well. If you have any doubts, if you haven't understand anything, please go ahead and
Yeah,
I
ask.
you
didn't
said
quite
it clear.
Thank
I
you.
didn't quite I didn't quite hear you explain the threat, strength, and weakness. I don't know. Maybe I didn't listen well.
Uh,
Um,
yes, I did explain about opportunities and threats as well. If you want to, I would repeat that again. um,
yeah.
so when it comes to opportunities of this particular company, global positioning is one of the opportunity for it. The company has strong marketing policies, and acquisitions and mergers is also one of the opportunity for it, because it has been merged with many of the companies, as I already told, with Land Rover and yeah, Land Rover, and also with Ford. It has been merged in 2008. So this is one of the opportunity for the company to spread globally with
No.
like in UK, Europe, and all. And also increasing purchasing power is also one of the opportunities of this company, which is explained as the purchasing power in the home country or local market is steadily increasing, with as it is increasing in the local or domestic market, which is considered to spread to the other countries as well. That is one of the opportunity. And coming to threats, the competition is one of the threat. As I already told, it is not much into global, because when compared to other competitors of this particular company, of other automobiles company, so it can be more the threats is like competition is one of the threat, and elevating production cost. So it can produce most cheapest and best cars which is used in India. And when coming to the UK, or when you take example if Europe, so it can't do the same thing here, because people go for the best things here, and the inflation thing is different when compared to India and all stuff. So uh, it can't be the same here, so it has to go with the demand. So that's one of the threat of this particular company. Hope I'm clear on threats and opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
fine.
Thanks.
Gautami.
Thanks for the
Yes,
question,
Gautami, you're
Kingsley.
fine.
Yeah. So
I guess we completed all four
yeah,
explanations, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
we are done with all the four companies. Uh, shall Yeah, we'll wind up the session now. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
guys.
guys. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you, Gautami, for hosting the meeting.
Yeah,
Thank you
Thank
thank
you
you,
so
very
much.
much.
Gautami,
Thank you for
for
Thanks.
making the
participating.
meeting happen.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
guys, and
Kingsley.
thanks for your
Have a
support.
nice day.
Yeah, I'm stopping the
Have a good day.
recording now. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice